So today I've got 5 pros and 5 cons of living in Southington coming up right now. Hi and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Barbara Natty and I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services right here in Southington, Connecticut. So today we're going to be talking about pros and cons of living here in Southington. This is where I live, where I work, and where I play, so I want to share it with you. We'll start off with the pros. And pro number 1 is small town feeling. So Southington is a suburban town. We aren't a big city. We don't have large buildings. In fact, you're mainly going to find neighborhood settings in Southington. Oftentimes, people who grow up here in Southington decide to stay and raise their families here as well. It seems like everybody knows everybody here. Pro number 2, activities. So here in Southington, we have tons of activities that are offered throughout the year that are either free or low cost. Now, unfortunately, we are in the middle of a pandemic as I'm filming this. So last year, many of these activities were canceled, but I'm really looking forward to them this coming year. In the summer, our drive-in is open and we have movies playing every Saturday night. For Southington residents, it's only $5 a carload. They're going to have the lawn open where the kids can play. They also have the concession stands open so you can get your popcorn and your soda. At the drive-in, also in the summer on Tuesday nights, we have kids programs. They'll have magicians or clowns or different performers there to entertain the kids. This is free of charge, and they also have the concession stand open if you wanted to buy some snacks. Downtown, we have Music on the Green. Music on the Green is every Wednesday night in the summer, and this is also free of charge. We have a live concert going on with different bands each week. We also have a car show going on off to the back of the concert. Grab your lawn chair and make sure to set it up early because spaces fill up fast. Also on our green, we have our farmers market. That is going to run through October, and that's every Friday afternoon. We also have 2 public pools here in Southington at Memorial Park and at Rec Park, and these are both free for Southington residents. Just bring your driver's license and they'll get you in. We also have lots of library programs which are either free or low cost for babies up to adults. Now, some of my favorite programs we have here in town are our Halloween in the Village, White Christmas in the Community, and our Apple Harvest Festival. Now, each of these is only done once a year. Our Halloween in the Village is in the downtown Plantsville section of Southington, where they're going to block off West Main Street, and all the kids can come out dressed up in their costumes and trick-or-treat at the local businesses. They had tons of activities going on, including costume contests and pumpkin contests. There's tons of activities to do at White Christmas in the Community between downtown Southington and downtown Plantsville. If you want to switch between the two, you can hop on a trolley ride or you can go on a hay ride down the lighted bike path. In downtown Plantsville, Santa's going to arrive on a fire truck and hang out at the fire department, giving out toys to all the kids who come and visit. You can go downtown Southington and pick up some reindeer food to give to the reindeer when they stop at your house on Christmas. Lastly, our Apple Harvest Festival. That's going to run the first 2 weekends of every October. Our Apple Harvest Festival is one of the only fairs in the state that doesn't charge admission to get in. There's also no fee for parking or for the shuttles. There's lots of activities to do at the Apple Harvest Festival. Many of them are free of charge, but we also have rides and food booths if you want to check those out. And we have the craft fair, which goes on the second weekend of the festival. We always have the annual Apple Harvest Parade. We have road races that you can participate in or watch and cheer on the participants. We even have fireworks and a laser show. What activities does your town have to offer? Put them in the comments below. Pro number 3, convenient location. So as I've said in other videos, Southington is conveniently located right in the center of the state. We're about 20 to 30 minutes depending on traffic from Hartford and New Haven. So if you work in one of those big cities, Southington is a great suburb for an easy commute. We're also only about 2 to 2.5 hours from either Boston or New York City. Southington has tons of easy highway access, whether you're looking for access to 84, which is running east to west, or access to 91 running north and south. Pro number 4, restaurants. So Southington has tons of restaurants. In fact, on my to-do list this year is to check out all the restaurants I haven't yet been to in this town. We have Thai restaurants, Chinese restaurants, Mexican restaurants, Italian restaurants, Mediterranean restaurants, American restaurants, and many more. Pro number 5 is school systems. So Southington has a great school system. We have 8 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school. All of our schools, according to niche.com, are either rated an A or B rating. Having 8 elementary schools allows our littlest learners to have smaller class sizes. We also have private school options if that's something you're interested in. We have Southington Catholic as well as Central Baptist Academy. Okay, let's get into some of the cons. So although I love living in Southington, it, like any other town, has some cons. Con number 1, growing quickly. So Southington does still have that small town feel, but we do seem to be growing exponentially. Anywhere there's a patch of grass, it seems that a new house or condo complex is coming up. Don't get me wrong, we do have some green space initiatives going on so that not all of our green space will be taken, but there is a lot of new construction going on in town. This could be a pro if you're someone looking to move here and are looking for new construction. We have plenty of it. Con number 2, Apple Harvest Festival. So as much as I love Apple Harvest Festival, and I do go every year, it can be a con when you're trying to get around town. So Apple Harvest is held right downtown. We don't have fairgrounds for it. It's held on the green, so it's right in the middle of our Route 10, the main drag. If you're trying to get through town, you definitely do not want to go down Route 10 during the Apple Harvest Festival. There's going to be detours and traffic and people trying to get in and out and crossing the streets. Just avoid the area altogether and take the highways. It can also be frustrating for someone like me who goes to church right in downtown. It can be hard to get there and a little bit challenging during the apple harvest. Con number 3, Connecticut is expensive. So although Southington has a pretty good mill rate compared to other towns, and we also have decent gas prices compared to some surrounding towns, Connecticut is expensive to live in. We have high tax rates here. We also have a state income tax, and we have to pay car taxes annually on top of other things. I think it's worth it, but unfortunately, there's no way around it. It is expensive. Con number 4, traffic on Queen Street. If you want to get from one side of town to the other on any given day in the quickest way possible, you're going to want to avoid Queen Street. Queen Street is our main drag where we have our grocery stores, where we have shopping, furniture stores, restaurants. Everything's down Queen Street. So there's lots of traffic at all times going up and down. It's just a quick hop on the highway if you did want to get from one side of town to the other and avoid taking Queen Street. And lastly, con number 5 is lack of diversity. So this might not seem like a big thing to some people, but for me, growing up in just the town next door, Meriden, I did definitely notice the lack of diversity. Growing up in Meriden, we were so diverse and had so many different cultures that shaped our lives. And here in Southington, it doesn't seem to be quite as diverse as other surrounding towns. I'm hopeful that in the future, we will become more diverse. So that's it. That's 5 pros and 5 cons to living in Southington. If you found this video to be helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Make it a great home selling and buying day.